What did he just say? Excuse me? That's not acceptable at all. How are you gonna order pizza and it not show up? Hey, yo, your claws hurt. What? I don't know, because I haven't heard it. Hmm. What? This ma- Jesus. You. But I looked, and apparently it says it's supposed to come out in July. Yeah. Well, it says it's estimated for July, so it probably will come out then. It just said July when I looked. So yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, that's what I was guessing from Jump when they said when the digital was coming out. So probably, I mean, I could, I'm sure. They could have, but It's probably better that they just stuck to theaters so it can make money. Especially with nothing really being out in theaters. What, Quay? What are you talking about? Oh, I thought you were going to play Nier. I guess T and possibly Bella are gonna play Dead by Daylight with me later. I said I guess T and Bella are gonna possibly play Dead by Daylight with me later. Because of Bella. Look, oh, I'll be surprised if she actually stay up. T will probably play, if anything. I'm guessing Tabi had to work tomorrow, is why she said she couldn't play. Nothing. Maybe. 'Cause I know yesterday she told me she had a migraine. What? No. Look, I'd rather have that chasing me around the castle than Lady D, but okay. This man said. Oh, let me go chase these survivors. I was sending T a message and these people done got these gens done. Oh, you are dumb, sir. Yeah. Okay, but I want to. Okay, you're right. I don't need to know, but I want to know if it's gonna be good. Because I watched the opening scene. And oof, it had me shook a little bit. Because you know how we were watching Berserk and they were torturing Griffith? Like on his feet. So the dude in the opening scene has a trap on his tongue. And he's trying to take it off. And I'm just like, ooh. That had me shook a little bit. Because that looks painful. Even though I know it's fake. That's... yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it had that... Like, it had that same feeling with that. So I'm just like, this might be okay. As long as it don't turn out. Shoot, I know I would've. But yeah, it looks Interesting. I just hope it don't turn out like Jigsaw, cause oh, I'm sure. Man, look, I just need Shinobu and Mitsuri. Since those are the Hashras I like. And probably I didn't look when he made it. It popped up on my feed, so I'm just like, I'm gonna watch this. Oh. See, I don't know what, like, I guess what made me think that the, whatever, what was it, the Miss Hashira was his kid or something because of the name that he mentioned. But I was like, that can't be. Cause that'd be like super that'd be super messed up. Like, it more so just a thought that I had. I'm just like, well, maybe, but I guess. I don't know what you were thinking you were doing, ma'am. Crouching down like I couldn't see you. They hold. They hold him. They hold Rengoku. Oh, bold are we? On the side. The Kate probably escaped. Oh, I missed him. This man. how though. I think they just wanted an excuse to fire her. Because sometimes it just seemed like they want an excuse to fire. Mm. Like, that's actually ridiculous. Alright, let's find some of these survivors. But yeah, T, if you're in the stream, just let me know and you want me to make a lobby and I will. No one knows the answer to that. Okay. Have you ever touched a dolphin? I don't have the answer because I've never touched a dolphin. Dumb to mess up the generator.
Stupid. Stupid.
Look, that whole other team I was going against last match kept getting people off the hook right in front of me. Like, we don't do that.
Bruh, the fact that this nigga fixed his mouth to say that.
What?
If my baby mama bad, the new man worth $40 million, I would be smiling. Hey yo, what you need, homie? You need me to babysit? You looking for a business partner? You need some head? Heck no.
Well, I don't even know anymore.
People seem to be happy that Comey got an anime.
Because a lot of people like that manga.
I haven't read it, so I don't know.
I don't know if I would like it. I feel like it's something I probably would like, but I don't know.
I feel like it would be like something funny. Because from what people say in their manga videos, it's something that is funny.
I was reminded about something from my past. Maybe my mind has been confusing her with my sister this whole time.
I might look more into it. It just depends how many volumes it comes out to me. I think right now it has like 8 or 9. I ain't trying to go overboard.
But yeah.
Yeah,
that spider. That spider form is a pain.
Oh my god. No, like, I was up late last night because I was trying to finish it. And then I'm just like,
What you mean late? What you mean late? You were... It was 2 in the morning. When I got home.
But, like, the stream died, and then I'm just like, screw it, I'll finish it today. So I just uploaded the rest. Oh my lord. That spider form. That and those stupid orbs that you have to shoot.
See, I didn't know you could shoot them.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm over here taking the fucking hits.
Yeah, it took me a minute. I was like, wait a minute, I probably should. I'm not gonna lie, I looked up how to beat her because.
When I found out you can shoot them, because I shot one, like just shooting at her, I shot one, and I found out that they drop ammo. I was like, okay, so shoot them. All right.
Yeah. That's how I got extra ammo. Because the little thing that I read said, like, all the weapons were viable. It's just a matter of like dodging her attacks. But the spider one's the worst one because even if you dodge, somehow she can hit you sometimes. If your timing's doo-doo, so. Other than that, it wasn't really too bad once I figured out how to beat her. But still, she probably was the most annoying. Because the thing is, like, she's literally all the bosses combined.
I didn't even think about that. That's the thing.
Like, because, like, you know when, like, Moreau was, like, had the acid rain or whatever, you need to dodge that?
Yeah.
That's, like, what the one fire move she has was, basically. So now that I know that, maybe she won't be a problem when I replay it.
Man, look, this nigga in that fucking acid rain. No, I told LeJean, because I was telling LeJean, because LeJean's like, I'm gonna keep it a brick with you. I'm gonna read out the plot, so I'm not gonna buy the game. So I told him what happened, and he's like, what? So this man LeJean was like, the funny thing, this man LeJean's like, this girl Mia had a molded dick in her.
Pretty much, yeah.
I was crying.
You know,
I was like, bro, I didn't even think about it that way.
I thought about that after I found out he was a mold monster, and that's a disturbing thing. Like, I'm just like, Mia really done smashed a molded. Like,
the man, Chris, you knew? Chris,
Christ, never in my life.
Capcom done gave Chris a wife and kid without actually having him to have to do.
Pretty much. Like, that's... Because, you know what? Like, if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Because, like, how would he not die when he goes to the house?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, it's weird, but it makes sense. That Jack killed him.
I mean, this is like I said, them umbrella niggas. This is amazing. A molded with a sense of self. This is amazing. Over here, monitoring the whole situation at the company, writing on clipboards.
They probably was sitting there with their glasses and clipboards.
Write that down.
Like, no, I can't even be upset because like it's creative, but still, Ethan just ain't it.
He really ain't. That nigga William Birkin in hell looking like you didn't even try to kill your kid.
And
nigga, you trash.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on Heisenberg. He just decided he wanted to be Megatron and the
Magneto
at the same time.
At the same time.
And I can't be mad at that either.
Man, Heisenberg said, look, I'm trying to get this W by any means necessary.
No, but like, I would just say if you don't want to buy it, just to wait like till it goes on sale or something.
No, he said he really didn't care to play 7 or 8. He was gonna watch them anyway.
Because I mean,
and I was like, I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't for Mercenaries, the only reason I'd have it is because Jazz got it.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I was actually impressed that it actually turned out good, because the more I watch 7, I'm just like, how do people think this is so scary?
Bro, I really don't want to read all this.
Like,
I know about Kanye's backstory.
Like, it barely scared me. It's just like, I'm just a jumpy person. But I ain't about to lie. I probably almost had a nightmare because of that mutated baby.
That nigga Omni-Man said, I'll knock this shit over.
And I believe he would. He just destroy everything. But yeah, even T was saying it's not, like, he don't think it's really even bad.
Oh heck no. No, we watching Lotus now.
What?
We about to watch Lotus now.
I just want to know when the servers are gonna be up for Ariverse.
Oh yeah. So because I need to figure out what's what, so I know if I need to give T this code or not.
Because I'm guessing, because they said summer, so I don't know if that means like early or late. I'm assuming probably next month. I do want to try it because people were saying it was fun. It just had so many like matchmaking issues.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm about to get up in the morning and buy a PSN card so I can pre-order Strive and buy me
an
anyway.
Yeah, you should like follow my Twitter. Because, dude, I'm telling you, on God.
And then we gotta see whenever King of Fighters comes out, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
On God, I'm telling you, bro, on God, shit's fucked. Notifications are fucked, bro. Notifications are straight turbo fucked.
I'm gonna assume that's probably gonna be way later this year if it comes out this year.
I got unbanned. Wait, you were banned. What happened? What'd you do, bro? I don't even know what you did. I mean, if you got banned, it was probably something crazy, right? People don't just wake up. Oh, it's a bullshit. Okay, say less.
This nigga Nexus on.
Yo, give me that. Give me that. Anyways.
What did Nexus do?
I think this week is gonna be the week, guys.
Somebody done damn modded Homelander in the GTA 5.
I quit.
When they know full well it should have been Omni-Man.
You hurt me. Shut up for 3 months, bro. Appreciate you, dog. Thank you, man. I think I lose.
I quit. Just because.
Oh, fuck, dude.
How you decide to put Homelander over Omni-Man?
Omni-Man.
No.
That nigga J.K. Simmons. Who Homelander played by?
Nice.
Not J.K. Simmons. I don't know who plays Homelander anyway. But still, he ain't J.K. Simmons.
I don't even know. I've never seen the actor who plays Homelander in anything.
That is hilarious, bro. I love the last one.
Apparently,
Oh, that's
in
Safety Target.
Whatever that spy movie is with
Anyways,
me,
guys, yeah, we'll post a tool later tomorrow, right? I think I'm also like gonna be going back and forth.
Who the guy that plays Homelander?
Yeah.
Notifications are less likely to fuck up on YouTube.
But I don't know because I haven't watched the
I
whole
was just
movie.
saying, haven't you and your mom seen that movie like 30 times?
Hey, it makes it any better,
I've
bro?
seen part of
Finish
it.
You know what I mean? Pass.
I know what
Finish it up,
you're
it's
talking
almost
about
done.
because I know it
Summer
was
break
on
is
one
around the
time when
corner,
I was
bro.
over when we were
This is
eating
your last
dinner.
full month of school,
The
bro.
one with her and the one chick from Saturday Night Live. I've only ever seen part of it.
19? Oh, that's good. That's a kill.
Nigga, who buying?
Fuck.
A blue from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends.
Sir, let's go to see.
Not
Love to see
me.
that. So to say hi. Hey, anytime, man.
I'm
No
trying to get
stress.
winged venom out here, bro.
It's $38 on Amazon. I'm just like, I know you don't want to pay that
Damn,
much for
GG's,
it.
bro. That
Man,
high,
look, I'm thinking about it. That's the crazy part.
But I'm just like, you might have to. You can't get him any other
Actually, I
way.
had to look
But
at
I seen
the
him on there earlier. He was
I would have lived and it would have killed me.
$37.99.
And then I go meet y'all.
Because entertainment I don't charge until ship, so I might go ahead and pre-order this Deku or this Kakashi.
Yo, show me good what you want. Much love, bro. Much love, bro. Much love, bro. Let's go. If you guys want to challenge me in random battles, we're showing the second code.
I did find the Girl Carnage on Amazon.
Show the second code. Neo, what's good, bro? How you doing today, dog? How you doing today, dog? How you doing today, dog? But yeah,
She was like 20.
that's kind of the moves, guys. You
I'm
know?
sick of the fact that everyone's like, look, if the Giant Carnage comes out before my birthday, it's a birthday present.
Damn, you're coming.
Was it the Giant Carnage or was it Venom?
Yeah, that's Carnage.
Dope, Miro. Oh, she get period.
I didn't see the big one.
Oh, huge.
Hang on. It's the Giant Carnage.
Yeah, we're gonna pull to the.
I just seen what I assumed was the regular size ones that you see.
I'm just gonna go back into it. I'm gonna post a little more different.
I just sent you what the jumbo size.
I got a lot of things I
looks
want to
like.
do. No, this thing is. Yeah. Game. Damn. But yeah, that's kind of the moves, guys, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's one of the big ones.
Wait, the thing actually just
I
needs
thought, I could have sworn she told me it was Venom though.
Because I think that's what she thought. I was like, no, that's Carnage. And she was like, I was thinking about that one.
this thing actually needs me.
I just said they might have a Venom one.
Yeah.
They
I
probably
just
will.
substitutes.
Because I was like, these are probably the ones that are
Switch, yes.
just coming out before the movie, and then they'll probably have more after the movie is actually out.
Gifted subs
Oh, they
also do.
will.
Because
Because the fact that
money on Twitch. Oh, and
the
ads.
fact they
No
showed
one makes money
Carnage
on
in the
ads.
trailer, I'm not
Literally,
surprised they're
no one
coming
makes
out
money
with
on ads.
nothing.
Guys, I also got a sponsorship from Raid
That
Shadow
reminds
Legends.
me, someone literally said he was orange in the trailer. I'm just like, are you colorblind?
I need
No,
you guys' help for
but
the
Toxin's
sponsorship.
host is in the movie.
It's a really big opportunity for me. And you know, I will only benefit more.
I'm just saying, because
with
someone
you
was
guys.
freaking out. They're like,
Super
they
simple.
really made Carnage orange.
Right.
How do you get that
We're gonna
wrong?
get
I'm just like, he's not orange.
We're gonna get something
That
set up
nigga's colorblind.
where all you have to do is you
It
guys
But,
was
install
literally the
Raid Shadow.
lighting.
That's it.
Yeah,
And-
All you guys have to do. You guys, the
but
more
Toxin's
you guys
host is
install
gonna be
Raid
in the
Shadow
movie.
Legends,
Yeah, I've seen
the
something
more I
about
get.
that.
You know what I mean? That's all you guys gotta
Which
do.
means he'll probably
It's
be
so
in the
easy.
next movie, if anything.
No scam bullshit. Nada. You guys install Raid Shadow
Or, you
Legends.
know, that's if they make
You
it.
know what I mean? You help me benefit. It's super.
I guarantee you,
Super easy. You know what I mean? Because
because a lot of people think it looks better than the first one.
Man, you made that shit rated R. Or
Playtime, we're just
Gucci.
downloading
So
it.
if they do, if it does better than the first one, then yeah, they'll probably.
Because it goes based on
Because what-
installs.
Because I keep
It goes
forgetting
based
the
on
dude that
installs.
played Claw.
Oh, I really need you guys' help with it. The goal of
Fucking-
trying to get 100
He is
installs.
still-
I'm trying to. His name's drawing a blank, but I know you're talking about.
At
Fucking
minimum,
Andy Serkis.
50 installs.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing it for quite some
But
time.
I don't know.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be an integration process already set up.
I don't know if they
It'd be
said
dope.
the rating or did they?
I mean,
No.
I just need you guys' help with it.
I feel like
It's
it
not
should
up
be
starting
R.
now.
Just
It's
for
not now.
fun
It's going to be
reasons,
starting
but
this week.
Carnage, a whole ass serial
This week,
killer.
you know? So it's an
we'll see what
integration on
happens,
Twitch,
I guess.
and you guys
Supposedly it
like,
still comes out in
free or some
September.
shit, and then, you know what I mean? Simple. We're gonna set it up soon. But yeah.
Well, it says September 24th.
Yeah, I just need you guys' help on this. I also just paid taxes, so this is literally the best time that this happened, and they hit me up. I also got screwed over by another sponsorship 2 months ago, but they still never gave me that money. There was a lot of money, by the way. So
Yeah, I
it's
seen
like life
someone
slowly working out. and I
made a
just need you guys' help.
video talking about the whole Toxin thing. I'm just like, oh.
I don't think anything happened. Just saw it again. You know what I mean? I think this will count. At least if you installed it through the integration. Yeah.
Saying Lady D's name, when niggas say Lady D's name, I'm just gonna assume you're throwing up. Niggas trying to have an accent. It sounded like they about to.
Look, Steven behind about to get disowned.
I thought he already was.
You don't know that. There's someone about to tell him he's gonna be disowned for posting it.
That means the new Judgment game comes out on a Friday.
Yeah. What? When did it say?
September 24th.
Okay, yeah. He said he been disowned.
That's what I'm saying. I thought he was.
No, but like he shared this freaking thing because someone made a video like it was a thumbnail of Lady D and someone spanking her with a fly swatter, and he shared the video on Facebook. I'm just like, here we go again. And I might have found the one person on Twitter that said they would, you know, even in her mutated form, which is disgusting.
Hey, yo, we need to take that nigga, whoever said that, out back. Take him out back.
Look, I blame COVID for all this.
Take you out back. Why am I here? Who are these people? Oh, these people are Mikey the Sims. But I'm making you the example.
Like, I can't.
Why I got to be the example? Because they will learn from you. They have hope because they're Chainsaw Man fans.
Bad enough you have Pat on there. I mean,
I'm trying to figure out how you managed to get Pat
and not Steven. I don't know. Oh, but he.
Oh yeah, the beta is this week.
He's something else. Oh my god. Oh. See, I accepted it just because, but when I see him posting this stuff, I'm just like, I'm out.
I'm just like, bruh, you're on Facebook. You need to have some you gotta rein it in. Like, but yeah, I forgot Rize basically had Red Room training until I watched the video, and he was talking about how she choked this one dude out and shit, this one serial killer nigga out and shit, while singing a poem in Russian, and I was like, hey yo, I forgot about this. I'm just stuck in the bomb stuff after that happened after.
So essentially, she's anime Black Widow, but not really.
Because what happened is, okay, they kidnapped her, and she got her powers because they implanted a piece of the bomb devil in her. So that's that shit. And then they trained her to be an assassin and all that shit.
Fujimoto better bring her back.
Man, look, I'm mad as fuck. Because, like, that whole arc was a blur after she came back And she talking about something. Yeah, I can't wait to go on a date with Mikey, bro. Because I was like, look how they massacred my girl.
Mm.
Because I'm like, yeah, because I saw that I'm like, her choker's gone. You monster. I'm trying to see because I don't think Pacha actually killed. I think Pacha didn't actually kill him when he was wilding. Because Denji basically hid in plain sight while Pacha was fighting her. Bruh. Excuse me. Now they got a tiger running around Houston, Texas. I'm done.
Excuse me?
Because apparently some dude put a tiger in his Jeep and drove off. They arrested the dude and they talking about some of the tiger's whereabouts are not known.
That's not a good thing.
How y'all lose a whole tiger, cuz?
Honestly, though. I'm actually dumbfounded at that because literally how?
The beast approaches. I know.
Oh, we about to kill that nigga. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Niggas be like, I want dad in your back, and I'm just like, no, because it's fit. He got no sauce. Nigga just gets a mask.
How did it even survive these past 5 years?
Now I'm going to let this happen again. It dies today.
The sword, lighter. Off the blade with the skill of the user. Strike it down.
I'm gonna order. I'm gonna go to GameStop, go to Walmart to get this car, get this Blu-ray, and then order this pop. This Black Panther pop.
What Blu-ray?
Naruto, since you know it
Oh
was supposed
yes,
to come out
because
today.
you don't. So you don't have to get the doo-doo artwork. Or are you talking about a different one?
I'm talking about the actual show.
Oh.
Oh no, that one don't come out till June. Cause best believe I'm getting that one.
Oh no, no. When you said that, I'm just like immediately I knew exactly which one you was talking about because I hate it too.
Oh, shit, ass.
Ugly. Like it's actually really ugly. Oh, what happened? But it'd be like that sometimes.
Nah, cause set 3 of the blue set 3 came out today, so I was like, all right. PS5 shortage is expected to continue till 2022.
I'm literally not surprised.
These niggas. That means Final Fantasy 16 better not come out till 2022.
Well, I hope everything's good. But yeah, well, they're talking about doing a redesign and stuff to like quarter 3 or
I need to stop listening to this podcast at full volume.
I guess we should start with some business. What's going on? Business is afoot. Business is afoot. Tomorrow at 11 p.m. the new shirts go on sale. Oh, lit. Did I say p.m.? I meant a.m. Yeah, that's a weird time for shirts. So you need to get dressed in the evening. 11 at 11. You can get the new shirts. Yeah, Castle Superbugs as it goes, and here's a little preview of it for the audio listeners at home. That's correct. It's the Hollow Knight you should buy. Yeah. So that is coming out. There's also hoodies and phone cases available. I understand. So you can do that. More to retweet about it once it's actually
Hey, tell him he don't miss.
Stuff. But, yeah, that's going on the 11th, and then Wednesday.
Hey, tell him he don't miss.
Oh my god, I really need to go.
Sure, I might say, fuck it, and watch some Castlevania while you're still asleep Thursday.
We're going to be appearing to discuss
Okay.
one-sided, non-battle battle in the history of Death Battle. But I like them. Yes, they're fun to talk about. Finally, we have Death Battle that everyone can agree on. So it'll be BT.
Granted, I'll know because you'll say something
Talk about
when you watch it.
what we like about them.
Man, look, shut up.
Like, no, that's how I always know what you're watching.
Nuh-uh.
It is.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I don't say anything.
But on the other hand, I want his BT on the map. This is true.
You either say something or I hear the music.
But more to discuss. We'll figure that out when we actually get
And
to
I just be
it.
like, oh, I know what that is.
To answer everyone's immediate question marks, no, we know. there's no pretending. There's no we know. We definitely.
That or I know you be watching the bonehead named Connor.
There's a BT equivalent
Y'all.
Yeah.
The monkey brain,
Yeah.
as you call him.
He does have a monkey brain.
And they're gonna say, quit talking. I don't care about the story. I want to kill something.
Wednesday at 11:13.
I'm
Crowd is this week, and then they'll schedule it up. I thought it was next week. Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, really, that needs to be done. So, and then there's RTX later on.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, but for adults. Okay.
But yes, thanks and prayers to Tenacious for her incredible Castle Superbox t-shirt. So you guys can see what we're talking about. So that's available. That's a happening. There's other important developments occurring. Tell me, well, I'll be at these. So, November 13th, 2019 was a very important day in Canadian history. November 13th, 2019 was the last day that a baby in Canada has been named Karen. There has not been a single baby named Karen since November 2019. Canada seems to be the 39th most popular name for babies. Hands down. Like you meet them and like no one ever met with this name is like a good person. Sure. But as a collective nation, Nightmare Sleep, the name Karen has been utterly and completely defeated. And if anyone
I hope they don't, just so y'all can shut up.
Karen, then too bad, I guess.
What?
It's
Talking about some. Okay, Lady D is really popular, right? Resident Evil 4 might be getting a remake. What if Capcom inserts a new scene of Lady D and Redacted is Mother Maria, whatever the fuck, we all know. Mother Miranda, we already fucking know. We played the game, ain't no redacting. Anybody who cares played the game already. Paying Salazar's Castle to discuss business relating viruses.
Don't wish that upon anybody.
Yeah, the little gift that shows you how
I'm convinced if Ethan was like, you know what, let me get a blood pump, she would shrink. Since you said she's only that tall because of the blood she drinks.
Because apparently it's her in the file about her in Miranda's lab, and like the little book about her, it says that the reason why she has all the things she has because of like her height is because of a rare blood disease
Old enough to
that she has.
understand your
I'm just like,
parents'
oh,
disappointment
okay,
last season
I guess.
by the time it rolls around. Because you'll be like, what, 8 years old?
Ava Rose comes out. What?
Also, I was thinking about something earlier because I was talking to Monster on Twitter, right? Because he messaged me asking what I thought about the game. We were talking, and I said, okay, so you know how Chris mentioned Europe?
Yeah.
So maybe, what if we get a game with him and Rose as the protagonist?
I'll take that over fucking Ethan.
Like, I'm thinking that either they're setting up like maybe another Revelations where we're gonna play as Chris, or we're gonna have a game with those two together.
Who, Steven?
That's not so fucking embarrassing.
No. No,
oh,
cause
Pat. He said Pat.
No, cause T saw my message on Twitter. I'm like, yeah, that's me coming to end the bloodline after I killed all 3 of her daughters.
Man, I liked them, but I'm not surprised that they didn't last very long.
Damn. That nigga Pat stay sharing fucking Seinfeld memes like Seinfeld's actually funny.
It's not though. But we all know this.
You can just go down the alphabet, I suppose. Oh, it's a whole thing.
But yeah, because I was thinking about that after I finished it. Okay,
Oh, T, I gotta send you this thread I saw earlier, bro. I was dying. I was dying. This nigga sent me and my voice to your mom.
Going through my brother's hockey cards since they couldn't think of any names, so they're going through hockey players. And eventually they landed on Patrick Bluff. And then they're like, what about Patrick? And I was like, well, I like Patrick. And my dad was like, don't worry. No one will call him Pat. I promise. Fast forward a couple decades, and my mom is opposed to this day.
This nigga said what me and the boys biologically did to your mom last night. He ain't have to do him like that. It's the kind of name you're gonna hear yelled out in a grocery store. Let me ask you a question. Did you ever talk to your folks and go down the nightmare path of alternate names before the final was chosen? No. I told the story. No, because I didn't have alternate names. Real simple. This is probably worth, I guess, repeating since it's been years now, but it was supposed to be Darlington, and then everyone in the family had already gotten used to that concept, so was warming up to it. And then my name was always going to be Josh, son. Josh. Finger raised in the air and said his name shall be Rudy Jr. And then everyone kind of went with, and then that was that. I feel personally attacked.
Why?
great story.
Me, I'm gonna start having fun on my days off. Life's too short. Me on my days off.
Because it fucks me up about the alternate path I could have had in my life. The game before that, the front runner, right before Patrick was chosen, was Luke.
That's exactly you.
Yeah! See what I mean? See what I fucking
When you're here.
Man, look, you should think of it. Wow, he feels comfortable enough to sleep here.
I guess.
Like, you go back and like,
Okay.
like, life.
But I'd be bored when you're sleeping.
Okay, I'll be bored when you're sleeping, because I'll be like, man, I really be waking up early. I really be sitting there thinking about life and jump before I turn on the TV.
Oh my god.
Stay alive. You gotta come back to us.
That nigga said when me and the boys biologically involved.
I got to dodge that because my dad, brother, and sister, aunts, uncles, and grandparents and cousins.
You grew up. You look like shit.
The rest of it, yeah, but Luke isn't necessarily Luke. It's Jean-Luc energy. That's the energy that you really dodged. It's not the same as a... Yeah, you know, in hindsight, I was totally caught by Jean-Luc instead of Luke.
You still
recognize in that scenario.
Of course. Right
It
away.
would have become even more insufferable Star Trek. It would have been a JL.
Welcome back.
I don't like JL as much as JP. JF. JF is JF is everything. JF is super complicated. But JL every once in a while. Yeah. Damn. No, bullet dodged.
Oh, it was Susie behind that said that.
Yeah, you already know who said it. I shouldn't even have to tell you that.
I see the tweet now while I said that.
And I mean,
This whole mess is her fault. That's the thing.
no, it's not. And my dad's not Jamaican? No, it's not. It's just a weird fucking name. It's just a nickname. It's not a common name anywhere. Not at all. It has nothing to do with any of that shit.
Niggas in the thread telling myself it's a shame she only had that so little screen time.
No, it's not. It's hilarious because, listen, Capcom done brought out all the Sims and they got money out of it.
Dan has not touched that game since Thursday night.
Oh, I know. He told me he stopped playing it. I'm saying they done got all these people that were thirsting over it, only for her to die within 15 minutes of screen time that she had.
Nigga, I said that, right? The nigga Dan told myself she gets more time if you just go around and let her kill you. I'm like, nigga,
why would you?
I'm trying to progress the fucking game.
All in all, just really got to the luck of the draw on that.
Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I think the best part of the game was the dog.
Oh, you talking about because of the little Hulu show, whatever?
Oh, yeah, because the mood. Yeah. I was just looking at the gif of the because they were like, oh, let's give MODOK a whole family and everything.
And he voiced by Patton Oswalt in that.
Yeah.
You can't be serious. I don't understand. People are tired and scared, and
it's more
I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt.
And I think the dude that voiced Sonic in the movie.
That's also going into a
Who, Ben Schwartz.
One of them sounds
I think he voiced one of his kids or something.
It's okay.
You know, So
We can sleep outside.
Exactly.
I'm safe in this village. Now they want to run you out?
People are
I
afraid
had
of
to
us.
think about it for a minute when you said that, but I was like, yeah, I forgot he's coming out the show for him.
any young woman.
I don't know why I was thinking that nigga had Dr. Psycho's voice acting.
Right, Kanye?
That ain't
No.
so bad. That ain't so bad. That's still
So I remember way back them announcing that Patton Oswalt was voicing him.
I think that's my subconscious saying I need to watch the Harley Quinn show again. I think that's what that is.
It's too popular. It's
I almost put it on.
There's been awful and nice Jessica.
I'm going to buy it eventually.
Does the matter?
On that.
Tiny always
Might
lives
have
outside.
had that specific.
I never thought about that until just now. Never even occurred to me. Damn it.
Yes.
We should turn in.
But yeah, they ain't about to get me to like MODOK, no way.
Personal. On some of
Bro, I ain't even about to watch. The only way I watch it if I get bored and watch it.
I grew up with a very
Exactly.
First time in my life I hated it.
It's
First time in my life.
I thought you were gonna go more sort of for like a specific
This
sense.
feels performance.
Listen, buddy,
Oh, that's because
this ain't about to be the first time. Because we gonna have to kill him again later.
I'm still just Disney got me all the way messed up with changing this Loki to Wednesdays.
Man, look, they better wait until Cruel Summer need to be done by then. That's all I'm saying.
And I'm just as
Probably will be. I'm assuming it's probably not gonna have.
because I think
That's what it's telling me about.
in this situation.
Like, was it like Gershonell or something along those lines?
But that, like, it bothers me because it throws off the whole thing of having the Marvel shows on Fridays.
Something. But just that's Gargamel. That's Gargamel. That's Gargamel.
Why are they talking about Gargamel? Wait.
I should apologize to Connie and me.
But I think, wait, hold on.
Every once in a while we got one of those. But,
It might not be done by then because
you got that. Oh, you
depending on how many episodes it has, Loki comes out June 9th.
How many episodes is this got?
That's what
Bro, I like Heisenberg at all, but I ain't trying to dress like this nigga.
People are making memes of Dante dressed as Heisenberg.
I mean, that could work, but at the same time,
Like I seen one earlier of him sitting on the phone, and he had Heisenberg's sunglasses.
yeah, what?
He had Heisenberg's sunglasses and his glasses and outfit on. I'm just like, these people, man. And then there was another one of him dressed in Heisenberg clothes and his hat.
There's one.
Talk to you again, Kanye.
There was one before the game came out. It was him. It was Dante, but it had nothing to do with Heisenberg. It was with Lady D. And it's Dante on Nero's shoulders talking about something. Can I move into your castle or some shit? and like, don't worry, if you say no, I'm gonna bunk my nephew. And Nero's like, the only reason we're here is so you don't bunk with me.
Man, look, I just kill her
I'm
and
like,
take
Nick,
the castle.
I'm like, bruh, just kill her and take the castle.
But yeah, I think, I don't know if it's said this way, but I think Loki's supposed to be 6 episodes.
I just noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know? At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interested.
Because if that's the case, also it's gonna be over after, like the week after Black Widow comes out.
This all happened when I was a kid. before the whole shade
Yeah,
possession.
you're completely right. Like, usually
My
Resident
body
Evil
is
it's fine. It's marketing.
when my villagers found out about it, they started treating me
This time it's
with
not
my
zombies.
grandmother accepted me just as I was.
How
Look at
awesome.
that.
She gave me
Huh?
strength.
I give up. Just kill me now, coward.
Generalized.
Do it, little bitch.
She's really special to me, huh?
Like, I swear to God, I hate facing villagers.
That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it. We all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Let me guess. Mama.
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
I'll just chill right here till you kill me, so...
I want to get that out of the way. It's visually gorgeous. It's a lot more invented than Resident Evil 7 was, but it's very much the same first-person kind of thing. The enemy variety is great. The boss fights are fantastic. The pacing is really good. It's got a lot of good replay value with the extra codes and collectibles and learning and bonus weapons when you get that kind of thing.
Sure. And yet your red eyes tell it to come to. Would it be so obvious?
Like, it's presentation, it's story, and it's setting. It feels like. So, did you play RE7? Just a demo.
Pat, you know Wooly ain't playing Resident Evil 7.
People are joking calling bio ghosts, right? Like, it's a ghost, but it's like, but isn't this a series about viruses and
Lab monsters.
labs and monsters and whatnot? And then in RE7, it turns out that the hallucinations are caused by old people. Spores get in your head and they make you hallucinate.
I don't know what crack this person smokes, that's why.
Right?
Sure.
And it was like right on the edge of like not quite magic, but I guess I'll still believe this is like, you know, a biohazard instead of a magic, instead of just a straight up curse.
There's always a lab behind the curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Village is
Oh Lord, the CW doing the reboot for
like
Legends of
departure.
Hidden Temple.
Someone somewhere
Oh yeah, I know.
said, "Fuck it, we're just gonna have like the cast of the X-Men as antagonists here." What's this guy's bio power? He's Magneto. He's just literally
Tell me
Magneto.
why literally someone posted that on a Facebook.
He walks
on
around
a
with
Resident
pieces
Evil
of
group
metal
on
and he's
Facebook.
stepping up and down shit
What?
like a metal staircase of gears and
That
shit like
Resident Evil
that.
Village is
So we're going
basically just
Kojima with it,
X-Men
It's
characters.
like they later on they'll tell
Because
you,
they had
"Oh, it was
Mystique with
really
his
a
mother
bio
Miranda,
thing."
Magneto
Shut up.
with Heisenberg,
Okay.
and then
It's
the
just
other one.
magic.
Why are you standing
And
about
that's
like
fine.
a statue of me?
But as a result,
Felt like I was
like,
dreaming.
how do I put this? You know how like some Resident Evil games try and stay kind of grounded, like the originals or like even the remake, right? It's like
Let's go.
this is a weapon some guy made in the lab, and then there are others like RE4, which are like screw it, it's an action nonsense like zany adventure. This one jumps past all of the others to like go and live with like Devil May Cry. Like
Okay.
the clown shoes are on, and the makeup is on, and it's time to fucking do a kid's birthday party because it is zany as shit.
And 7 did not do that. Then.
7 was like hyper grounded.
Okay.
7 tried its best to be very serious and like return to horror. and then they had a DLC where the kid's uncle just shows up and he's old and he's just punching all the monsters.
Just punching shit. I can say fuck them guns. We're using the hand.
Way out there. There are elements of the game that are so way out there.
You talking about Jack's brother?
Yeah.
Not correctly interpreted as being part of the Resident Evil series. Does it work?
Yes.
You
He's
let him. Let him be a protagonist who can just punch at me.
Resident Evil 9. Joe is the protagonist. What? What's his weapons? Oh, he don't got weapons. His weapons are the hands.
Right. It's about Mia again. Right. Well, people seem to hate.
I need to be stopped.
I've seen a lot of Ethan Black. Ethan rules.
No, he doesn't, Pat.
Ethan absolutely fucking rules. And some of the Ethan Black that you're seeing is that he sucks. Right? We had decades of hyper-confident,
only old people like Ethan.
Characters with faces that effortlessly go through their survival horror situation possibly in some kind of military outfit with a hat or whatever.
I give him props for being bold, but he's still a duty protagonist.
Desperately avoid showing his face. It's super weird. And is like an idiot. It's like a dumb person.
I just hope Aaliyah Rose is the next protagonist, but she's not dumb like him.
He is simultaneously has the best and the worst comebacks I've ever seen in anything. Where, the boss will yell out their final death cry of damn you, whatever. And then the boss crumbles and then Ethan says his little one-liner. They are embarrassing. Okay. They are astonishingly terrible. He kills a bug lady only to flatly say, "Yeah, I hate bugs." That's it. It's like if every line from Leon and RE4 just completely missed the mark. 100% fucking completely fell flat.
Okay, but if that happened, it wouldn't matter because Leon has his looks to fall back on.
No, instead we get to enjoy.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Resident Evil series.
Alright,
Leon
can say the dumbest stuff, but still, he has
astonishing amounts.
I think it has his looks.
Because, according to Capcom, Ethan don't have a face.
It's as close to Dante as you can get within the setting. So that is Dante never agonizes, though. Right. Tomb Raider, perhaps? Modern Tomb Raider? Well, so, within...
Why would someone want these for $10 and just the pop boxes?
What?
Someone's selling these boxes for these 2 Deadpool pops, but just the boxes.
And then he names it up, and you play the whole game with 8 fingers.
For $10.
But, 10 minutes after that, he gets angry at the monsters and just slams his horribly mutilated hand.
Why would someone just want the box?
It goes damn it, and he reacts nothing at all to the fact that he's pounding like an open stump into a windowsill. Oh my god, 8 fingers specifically. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Ethan rules. Ethan totally rules in his fucking aggressive lameness. Okay. As for the game's like overall structure, it's super weird because its structure is that of Dark Souls 1. What does that mean? The opening cutscene is a fairy tale rendition of the magical history of the four lords that Ethan has to go destroy in order to unlock the Lord Vessel. It's literally a big challenge. Okay. And as briefed to him by someone on a computer, now his wife is reading a storybook. It is. What a weird swerve. Dude, like, I'll go grab a screenshot of what it looks like. It straight up looks like a fairy tale version of, like, the Dark Souls 1 show.
It looks like fucking Coraline.
I started it up, and, like, just burst out, like, what? We're doing this? Because the energy I got from that demo, and what, you know, the implications were in 7 was like, here you go, totally separate, grounded, realistic horror story with kind of like poltergeists and spooks. But then every once in a while, you might catch an Umbrella logo, and it'd be like, oh shit, what's the connections, you know, and so on. So, yeah, so I sent you 2 screenshots there to summarize what I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. No, that's right. Yeah, that's a go defeat the evils. There's a literal twisted castle in the background of one of those storybook screenshots. Okay. Right. It's super weird. It's super fucking weird. It's awesome that it's so weird. And the game is straight up just divided into 4 regions. How's it? Go get this boss. Go get this boss. Go get this boss. And go through their themed area, all of which have a different style. Go get this boss doesn't sound like survival horror. It doesn't. I don't know what to call this. Like it is. Like I shot a lot of dudes. This is bordering on action horror, I would say. That being said, like it's going for, like, from tone, it's going for gothic horror, and each boss represents a different type of gothic horror. So Alcina represents like vampire gothic horror, right? Lady D, right? You know what Lady D is? No, I know. The other names you're throwing out or throughout. Sure. Oh, I didn't. Alcina is. Okay. Then you've got Frankenstein, Creature from the Black Lagoon. And oh wow. Okay. Right.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like it was. Werewolf. Yeah. Okay.
That makes sense.
A whole batch. Right. So they each get their own different area, and 2 of them have areas that are way shorter because they have gimmicks that would have worn out their welcome. Like one boss area is a straight up escape room, and the escape room takes about an hour to do. And I replayed it yesterday, and if you know everything, it takes 15 minutes.
Never in my life am I playing the doll theme escape room.
You know the codes to doors on right now. So it's actually great on
that. Yeah, giant mutated baby might take you.
Moment to moment, though, like, are you playing?
Jasmine asked me, like, you trying to do an escape room? Is it doll theme? Hell the fuck no.
What, you think I want to do that? No.
Hell the fuck no.
I was playing it, and
Sean need to get to that part so we can know his reaction.
So everybody knows that they're making a Resident Evil 4 remake, right? This game is
I was watching a video earlier, people's reactions to it, right? Some of people were screaming when they see nothing.
I feel bad for the people who are going to be making the Resident Evil 4 remake, because it would feel like a ripoff of the game they already made. because it's just like exploring the village and the merchant, which is a big fat guy called the Duke.
Yeah, and he made a reference to the merchant in Resident Evil 4. That's something a friend of mine used to say.
It's like there's a lake boss that you fight. Okay. Yeah, I saw a Mr. Fields tweet about how similar 4 is as well, and how the assets in this could just be used in that, or something along those lines. Oh, yeah. So, I was overwhelmed by how similar it was and felt, and I decided to go back into my brain space.
Yeah,
and start
but you know,
digging through
Village and have a whole bunch of angry Spanish people yelling at you,
Resident Evil videos.
calling you a bitch and all that.
There was something that really stood out to me. Everybody knows that Resident Evil 4 got fucked up 3 or 4 times, right? There was a version of the game that became Devil May Cry. There was a version of the game
that became Haunting Ground.
Similar to the one we got, but it had zombies instead, and it didn't really work. And then there was the game associated with what people call the Hookman demo. And the Hookman demo had super fancy graphics and had like a behind
one of them became Haunting Ground.
That would go like rear-ender, like old style camera angles sometimes. But what was more interesting to me is that there are 2 enemies that Leon fights in the old Hookman demo that came out in 2003, which is the year I graduated from high school. So this is ancient, right? And one of which is Leon walks into a room and a weird blue tint comes on the screen, and a bunch of crazy dolls attack him. And that's what happens in one one of the boss fights. Down to the
them little dolls tried to kill me.
Wow.
I feel as if
And
I'm
that
just
doll
And he continues to wander throughout the castle, and the Hookman comes out of a painting and can't be hit by normal gunfire until you run in front of a window and lightning strikes, and the blue flash of the lightning makes the Hookman targetable, which is a dead-on.
Also, was I the only one that freaked out when them things were shaking when you're walking past them?
Like the goth girls.
Man, look, I'm over here thinking they're about to do something. I'm like,
Instead of homes.
You defeat the girls by making them cold.
That's right.
I worked in a...
And then I went through...
Well, that doesn't sound too hard.
Drop your
I went through the trailers, and like, man, that Hookman castle and Lady D's castle look just like the castle from Malay Island in Devil May Cry 1.
You saved his life.
Okay. And RE4 and Haunting Ground, which are all like.
So they just went back and grabbed
I think
a
they
bunch of
just
shit.
went back and decided to just make the RE4 that we never got, which makes it like this. Like there's also like you straight up fight. There's a whole sequence in the game where you just fight a lake boss.
Okay. Which I mean,
game. Like it's crazy. Like it really feels like it's RE 3.5 brought back to life.
That makes sense considering that the franchise is in a place where it's doing a whole new thing now, and it can do whatever it wants. So, like, going back to unused ideas from those eras would probably do really well for making it feel like it's still part of this thing, you know?
Yeah. Which is weird because as a result, Resident Evil 8 or RE Village feels like light moves outside the realm of Resident Evil. Like, it basically establishes that Resident Evil has just straight up magic. Biomagic, whatever you want to call it. Mind control, fucking magnetism, fucking, like, vampirism, and werewolves.
But you're saying still that at the top layer, there is still a lab coat somewhere studying whatever this is and writing about it. There is still even the slightest hint of a test tube.
There is literally one room in the game So we use the body thing to good enough. It's like
That's science.
come on.
It's all science.
Come on.
Good enough.
Yeah, this series can now go anywhere and do anything. We can have like a fucking. We can have ghost hunters. Fuck. It can be done.
I'm curious to see how one makes a science demon.
Yeah. Also, the game sets itself up as the middle of a trilogy, which I was not expecting.
Does he regain another finger for the next?
Maybe he does.
Maybe
he'll grow back
a little
ninth finger. Maybe he does.
For the next game, which we've already called Resident Evil 6.
That's the one. That's the name of it. Maximum confusion. Yeah, game's great. I absolutely think it's fantastic. I played it on the PS5, and I'm mostly done through it on the PC. PS5 version seems like got a little more extra attention. It seems more consistent. It's like performance. Apparently, all versions of the game, I've not seen anyone complain about like one version of the game being like, oh no, this version is bad. They all seem similar. It's kind of weird because this isn't very common for Resident Evil games. I super just want to talk about the story, but I won't because it has the zaniest shit ever in a Resident Evil game.
Were you satisfied with your? Did you get enough Lady D in your coffee?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I really liked the other sequences. The game is basically split into 5 parts, which is each of the 4 boss sections, and then you go back to the village for like an interim kind of hub thing in between. Lady D is up first, and her sequence is the longest in the game. And then you zip through 2 others that have boss gimmick areas, and then you go to the last one, which is the second longest area in the game.
Because I could see a situation where she's part of this story and she fulfills that role, but the popularity leads to like there being a demand for more and more and more of her to be like, you know, more than she was actually designed to be, because like it kind of was in the works already when she was discovered and released.
Yeah, they definitely didn't do that and
go back and add more.
She's there for the section that she's in, and she has the scenes that she has, and that is it.
Okay.
The end result of it, even if you're somebody who followed the game like pretty religiously, like I did, as long as you didn't watch the launch day trailer, which apparently just showed everything in the whole game, that they showed almost nothing of that game. Like the Lady D stuff is like the first 30% of the game. And then you move on to the rest of the bio mutants. Uncharacteristically for a Resident Evil game, all the boss fights are really good. I would say that there is not a single bad boss fight of the entire pack. Usually there's one that's like awful.
There's not. Miranda's just annoying.
And would you say that like, now that you're 2 games into this trilogy, I suppose, of new things, like, is there a cast of characters that, you know, like, kind of, I guess, replace the old guard? No. Okay.
Chris is there.
He was in the trailer. That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right.
And he's around doing his Chris stuff. Ethan just happened. Ethan feels like he's not even the main character of his own story. If that makes any sense. It feels like he just like fell backwards into the story that like Chris is having.
Sure. Yeah, new protagonist been established. I mean, that's always. There's always a place for that energy, and like it can go a couple different ways. I mean, Raiden is one of the routes you could go with that.
Just saw in the chat. Perfectly nailed it. Ethan is Joseph.
Sure. There's that. I was gonna say Danganronpa 2 as well, as a like new protagonist step in and kind of fills a certain role as being like similar to, but then different in ways, and then you're like, oh, okay, and then they go to a place within where you're like, yeah, sure, you gotta do your own thing, while continuing to make the series recognizable.
The only downside I would say about the game in general is the downside that is literally the same every Resident Evil game ever come out, which is the first area and parts of the second area have you sneaking around and scrounging for ammunition and exploring this big labyrinthine area with all these different paths and rooms. And every area after it becomes slightly more linear and slightly more action focused until the last 10% of the game is a fucking shooting gallery, which has been the case since the first Dragon at 96. But I will say that this one has the best shooting gallery.
The whole Lycan hideout was a shooting gallery.
It really was.
It has two levels. And I understand why the reviews were very confused, because reviews put it at 11 hours. And people went, that's pretty short, and that's because that's the in-game time
13 hours.
at the very end of the game that does not count cutscenes or restarts.
I'm thinking something like,
So,
look at it.
actually, you need 15 and a half hours. But the in-game time is 10.
But considering I got lost for as long as I did this section, like 2.
And then on replay, I think I'm getting it
Some
down
of the
on
sections
replay.
did seem pretty
7.
long.
And there's an achievement, of course,
Yeah.
for getting it to 3.
Sorry about yesterday. I should have lost my temper.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends were hurt. Let Emil and Kaede know that we're sorry, right?
Alright.
And more importantly than it's good, is that all Resident Evil games follow the formula I just described, and like you joked about how it goes village, castle, sewer, lab, or island, right? In RE7, the middle section, which is the boat, like you get about 60% through RE7, and the game just keeps going.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, the bakery state in 7 is fantastic, and then you get to a boat, and the game just, like, location switch.
Yikes.
Wow, I didn't notice that.
It's this really weird thing,
What?
also, that, like Resident Evil games on boats.
The lyrics don't come in until you come near Duffalo.
Boat sections of Resident Evil games are not good. Resident Evil Gaiden takes place on a cruise ship, and it's terrible. Resident Evil Gun Survivor 3 takes place on a boat, it's terrible. Resident Evil Revelations takes place inside a boat, it's mediocre. Resident Evil 5's boat sequence sucks.
I only unfortunately have limited experience
Fuck
here,
the song.
but I say that with
I hate this one.
into the police station was the coolest area that I saw. In 4, the initial village was the coolest area, and in 5, the initial village was the coolest area.
The first area is always the best one.
Yeah, easily.
And in a village, it's the castle. Like, they always do their best. It's like, it's
the setting that you're advertising, correct? Basically.
Yeah. That being said, I think the village probably has the least drop in quality from the first area to the last.
Yeah. Cool.
Like some games, if you're like, I'm just gonna stop playing this. If you're on a replay because you're like, I don't know. This one, no, the final big zone is pretty good. I like it.
And the path forward for the franchise is clear.
No, it's actually super unclear.
I mean, I got 2 out of 4 of them at least.
Super unclear. I have no idea what they're doing.
This person in the chat said those survivors were not worthy of escaping.
That's pretty much all I played this week.
But I got at least 2 of them.
Also, hey!
Like, Kate almost escaped, but I caught her.
I have a piece of advice for anyone going to play Resident Evil Village. There is a post-credits scene, so don't skip the credits. And also, this is the only game I have ever seen in my life to do this. But my advice is to not read the credits.
Huh?
What?
Hey,
because
Bio.
the post-credit scene is spoiled by the voice acting list on the side of the screen.
They tell you.
I intentionally didn't notice, but they do the thing where they show the voice acting credits for English.
I didn't pay no attention to the credits anyway.
Neither did I.
Like, you see them in the
Like, I let the little storybook play out, and then when it got to the credits, I skipped that.
Sticker.
Yes, don't look at the screen.
Yeah. No, you gotta do that thing where you have a second. You have
She's singing Song of the Ancients.
Whoever that was for whatever things, you know, where you don't let that happen. That's a mistake. Okay.
Yeah, but it looks great. Very good. Cool.
Hopefully this match can be good.
Actually, no.
Okay, well.
What will be going if I can finish this go this week? Play some Mirror.
Go off the rest of this.
Man, look. I want to do this near stuff, but I'm not about to get a fucking Final Fantasy 14 account just to do that shit and not do it ever again.
On this side of things, I had some stuff. I guess I will start by saying I watched the movie. It was pretty good. I thought it was well put together, well directed, good acting, good script. That movie was The Godfather 2. So I hear. Yeah. There, you know, what is there to say? It's a good movie. I then binged all of Invincible. Did that in one sitting. And that's interesting because I first heard about Invincible back when I was in college, and a friend of mine who was super into comics was like, "Here, dude, you gotta read these. You know, you gotta check this series out." And like, I was like, "Yeah." But I didn't get around to it, and it was like, I remember, based on the way he talked about it and who he was, that I kind of was like, oh, I already kind of have an idea for what this is going to be. Have you seen any of it or anything about it?
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of clips fly me on the timeline. It seems good. For some reason, I have no interest in it. It's kind of weird.
I feel as if it's like, I feel as if it's like it was pretty good. You know, I look forward to seeing the next seasons as they come. And yes, memes have been fucking omnipresent, and just like, boy, that they like.
It sounds like they're already working on season 2.
When the meme of the moment comes and hits, there's stuff that hits like the WandaVision wink, was in for a minute there. But this is like the new Hail Hydra. It's a format, exactly. So it just, yeah. But anyway, it's interesting because it's another story that like comes out and is good, but the timing of it is clearly only allowed to exist now in a post-MCU world. It's another story that never would have had the light of day shone on it until superheroes became the thing that they are now. Where they're like, okay, we'll do something like that. I think probably the funniest thing that I've personally seen about Invincible is a hard drive article that I think was published earlier today, which was Jeff Bezos finds something suspicious about funding 2 TV shows about what Lex Luthor's villain is. So yeah, The Boys as well as I said the exact same thing about that too, where it's like, oh yeah, here was a story that existed 20 years ago, 15 years ago, but just now that superheroes are a humongous deal, you can actually get these like what if stories told, and I don't know, like some people say it wouldn't have worked before. I disagree, but I do see how there would have been a smaller audience that would have cared. Like this has brought in a larger audience. But I think that like a bunch of like the impact that like both of these shows goes for, in a way is like it's better. I feel like it has more impact closer to when it was released, when it was written, than it does further out in time. Comic books are starting to explore the like kind of strange takes off of the defaults. Like we're starting to get a little bit more deviant storylines with things, but like I feel like those stories were, they had their moment in comics well after an established bunch of hero stories came that did a bunch of things with each of these characters. It shows you, what if Superman Red Sun? What if, all this wild shit. And like the further out you kind of take it.
I need to stop sitting here enjoying this song. Now I notice this.
But as their own self-contained worlds, these are still interesting things.
And get them moving.
Check them out and enjoy them for what they are. But I do think that like it would have been nice if it could have been done earlier. How old is it? Again, I don't know when Invincible was made, but I know that I was in college when I was being recommended to read it. So
2001.
Yeah,
it's proper ancient.
I was gonna say minimum 15 years because I was in college in 2004, 2005. So
same time as that Bookman demo.
Yeah. So worth it, and it's also one of those things that it's like, okay, like not the animation is doing what it's doing, and it's pretty good. Like it's not like suffering from any like low budget things. Like it's not suffering from what I've seen of the animated version of Way of the House Husband, where they've effectively taken panels and sliding layers around.
They probably messed up making that anime, to be honest.
No, see, the problem was they advertised it as an anime because the creator wanted it to be a motion comic format.
Yeah.
English it's being called an animated. Yeah, don't do that. Don't fuck
Well, you said that's basically what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically a whole motion comic. Cause I watched the first episode. Granted, I might finish it because it is funny. I just feel like it would have been funnier if it was actually animated, but I understand that's the creator didn't want to animate; they wanted a motion comic.
You can't call it an anime and have anyone fucking be fooled by that. Anyway, yeah, this is not that. It's just this is working well. Good voice cast as well. Yeah, it's an easy binge. It's an easy binge. I think 8 episodes in the first season, 44 minutes each. Well, they're long. I didn't know. So is it done?
Stop.
No,
You didn't do anything wrong.
The story? Probably, yeah. I mean, it's that old, but there's definitely more seasons.
You're
And
just
I know
trying to
stories
protect the
because I've
villagers.
seen characters that are in from this comic that have not arrived in the story yet.
Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
I just like Invincible
I believe there was
hit
something
me
you wished to
with
discuss
like
with
the
us.
weirdest first impression possible, which was
Yes, about that.
me browsing the subreddit and seeing
You know
a
about the lost
out of
shrine,
context panel of Paige and I
The temple was
being
first
like,
discovered.
why is that just literally insane?
It seems that the Shadow Lord's lore is connected to it somehow.
That's so weird.
It was right under our pages the whole time.
There's redheads and weird dudes out there.
The bridge that leads there is
Have that. There are
Take a vote.
that's a lot. I put a lot of time into Return. And you did? Yes. Oh, okay. And let's fucking talk about Returnal. I really like it. I really, really like it. It's hanging in the air. I had a moment where I picked up a parasite and I kind of just I looked at it and I was reading its description, and then I had a moment of like flashing to me, like, what if this was Samus? And then I went, fucking Nintendo. Oh yeah. You know, read this moment, just a single solitary flash of what if Samus? And then I went, fuck. And then anyway, continued to enjoy it for what it was, because it's definitely strong own thing. Yeah, it's shit. Absolutely. The parasites in that game are super weird. I think Mr. Field summed it up, which is like the parasites only have 2 types. There's like, what was it? Is like you do 200% more damage, but you can only have 4 slices of cake at your birthday party. Sometimes you don't put keys and your bones are hollow.
I'm choosing violence. Devil, we're not turning back.
Yes. I think the item attachment. Yes, there's that.
I also asked them to provide a robot path to the lost shrine
Every single corrupted thing I find.
use it free of charge.
Interesting.
That's
Every
easier
single one.
from town to town.
I take every corrupted chest, I pick up everything purple, give it to me. Because I'm gonna stack those fucking malfunctions and then clear them. Or get lucky and find a disciple that'll clear them for me. I'll do the requirement every time. Because if you get 3, it like deletes like a passive buff item from your inventory. Yeah, I will clear the 2. No, I never clear them. I clear the 2 and then go back and get the last one. That's interesting because I thought big deal that I refuse to pick up the stuff because I usually open up a purple chest and it's a weapon that I don't want to pick up. Sometimes. But sometimes it's amazing. And it makes me so mad. Yeah. I don't.
Oh, I found the Invincible meme that I'm gonna have to use at some point.
God.
I'm about to send it to you.
You can clear it by opening
Wait, what are you gonna have to
chest or,
use it
like,
for?
it's I find it not
Probably on
I'll
Steven.
take it, and the chances you take, I've had a terrible battle with that.
Look.
I'm
The
saying right
chances
now
you
he
take
needs
and
to
who
stop.
is super worth it though, because you
Look
either
at
end up with a god build, or you get something horrible, and then, you know, you possibly die and then you have to do it again. But like, I like angling for that god build, you know, so I'm just like, yeah, fucking take all of that purple. Really enjoy, you know, like the, what is it? The gun that is, it's an automatic, and occasionally it shoots out what I'll call, like, sonic booms. Like,
the Hollow Seeker?
Hollow Seeker. Hollow Seeker is a thing of beauty. Huge fan of the Hollow Seeker.
When I got it, I was like, this fucking thing is the shit.
Huge fan of stains that, like, have the electricity, the red, no, sustained damage while you're moving is amazing, because it's a set, you shoot it, you set up the traps around, and then you forget it, because that enemy's gonna die in a couple seconds.
Hold on, I'll be back.
See, I prefer under, like, a similar mentality, I prefer the goo gun, that fires like a grenade.
Goo gun's great too. That's also really good, yes.
The reason I like that one the best, probably, is because it is the most common one you get with stats with one-shot flyers.
The Goo gun is fantastic, and the overdrive reload rhythm is nice to it. I like that. But I will say that the pylon really lets you just shoot an enemy and forget it. And that's fantastic, especially when you have a complicated bullet pattern to deal with. The sustained damage is incredible on the pylon.
I think the gun I've actually done the farthest with by far is the Bolt machine gun. It's a Tachyon machine gun.
Yeah.
I got one that had rising pitch, which is like faster and faster shots, and leeching bullets, which heals you.
Nice. Okay.
So I got to a boss, and it would hit me, and I was shooting it so often that I would actually heal up to higher than I was before it hit me. Well, it's going to be one. And it was.
When you're definitely worth hitting when the story comes in, it's doing a very, like, deep, like, specific space horror vibe that I absolutely enjoy. Very cool of them to drop PT right into the middle of the game. And they just went like, hey, we're gonna put PT right here. By the way, enjoy that. Here it is. Right.
Did you get to the game's second act?
So this is where, I'm gonna get to that in a second, as far as the progress goes. In Returnal, the way the new sense controllers is not just this is the best rumble that has ever been in a video game. Yeah, it's unbelievably cut above everything I've ever played. The sophistication of how, like, it's constant, right? The rumble is not just occasionally when you fire a rocket or when something hits you. It is a constant, like, a reminder of, like, every little teleporter you step on, every time your secondary fire comes back. It indicates all kinds of things that I would have been thinking about, or rather, like there's a sound effect of your secondary fire coming back. Like, the fact that you're just feeling ready to go is incredible.
Fire recharging is, you're not gonna miss that happens.
Yes.
The controller goes, wow, and the noise coming out of the controller is loud as fuck.
Yes, it's similar to a Max Act noise, actually. Right? Because, like, in it, you definitely know you have it back. Furthermore, if you keep it aimed down with the secondary fire, which the two-tier function works fantastically, you can hear it louder, because it's like the sound of it slowly coming back up. Yeah. You know, there's one piece of feedback that I don't like, and it's that every time you get a new layer, a new level of efficiency, you glow red as if you took damage.
I'm knock this shit over.
I'm not a fan of that. It's the visual, like, oh fuck, something stole away. No, that was good. And like all these runs later, I'm still like, yeah, the red flash makes it look like you're taking damage there. You know. So that being said, right? Best Rumble ever, really good space story, everything's great. Here's what's not great: is this game is literally not finished. It is released and sold, and there are aspects to it that I'm looking at as this is fucking early access. And I had bad luck with the draw on some of the problems, but in the end, they were huge issues because first off, the non-save issue, we know about the fact that, yeah, like we talked about it, literally can't stop a run mid-run, and it's a long game, so, or it's longer than most of this genre. Well, like, if you ever do like a full 1, 2, 3 run, it's like 2.5 hours. So the first time that I got a really good run going, and I got to the final area, or rather the third area, excuse me, not the final area. I got to the third area. I got to, like, basically, I cleared the first area, cleared the first boss, jumped into the second area, and, like, went through one. I went through once, first time cleared it, right? Went straight to the third area, checked out a bit of the third area, and then I was like, alright, well, I know there's the saving thing, but the game says suspend it, so I put my thing to rest, and I'm like, I'll come back to it tomorrow. Literally, that was the night that they updated the game. So when I came back to it the next night, the game had closed to update. I lost my run. Fucking sucked. Right?
Oh, you think that's bad? Did you grab the 1.33 patch earlier this year?
I must have, because it's all automatic.
Well, if you played the 1.33 patch, it destroys your save file.
So I didn't have that occur to me. What I had occur was I lost my fucking run, right? And I was like, God damn it. I knew this was a possibility. I didn't know it was going to happen just this night, so I took a chance and went to sleep and woke up, and that's what happened. Then I had another run where I wasn't far along, but whatever. I came back to the game and same thing. They patched it again, so I like it was a second half run loss, but it wasn't a big deal because I wasn't that far. When I was playing last night, and I got another good run, and I was at the Citadel again, third area. This time, the game just fucking crashed on me.
Yep,
Ooh.
I had that happen.
I looked at the map and unpaused it, and then it just killed my run. And I'm like, this fucking sucks, because this is not take a chance, do your dance, and fucking put the thing in sleep mode. This is like, no, it just killed my run for looking at the map. And again, you're feeling, I'm like, this could go all the way, feeling good about it, you know? Absolutely, like, demotivational fucking moments, you know, when you lose that progress, man.
You feel the exact moment.
Like, I'll use Gungeon because I'm the most familiar with Gungeon out of any roguelike. A full run-of-belt Gungeon that includes the first, second, third, and fourth secret zones for a total of like 10 areas, right? Takes like an hour to do, right? Like an average attempt at the Citadel, if you skip the second level, is like 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy that there's no way to pause and leave. And there's no autosave to keep your progress in case it crashes. I totally had the game crash on me twice when I'm in, like, deep into a run. And it's fucked up. It sucks.
Because now I'm like, it's not just if I walk away from it. right? It's costly to defend, and it really wants to like the
Yes, and also remember what happens to you.
I have started a couple that have just ended early where I'm like, not finding anything good, not getting anything I like, whatever. And, just kind of, like any of these roguelikes, you see what happens and then you roll the dice and it's no good. But
you can get a bad first level like that. Sure.
But when I ended up getting like my best runs both times,
apparently I did a pretty good job with this because they decided to make me the permanent ferryman.
Like this game's not done yet, man.
Congrats.
It's wild.
Thanks. Still, it's not all I wasn't getting that word. But Shane is always harping on me now about how much I work.
Also has these zones, and they're different from
Anyway, you got a place to be. Just let me know, and I'll take it.
The problem is like one of the cool things about roguelikes is that each run, as you go through all this wide variety of areas and enemies and whatnot, I hate enemies in the first zone of Act 2. Right, you mentioned, I fucking hate them. I enjoy the second act less than the first one. Now, much smaller issue, but it's still something I saw and fucking hit the share button for, is every time you pick up a piece of new equipment off of like the ground and whatever in a cutscene, but for some weird reason, the object being picked up is not properly attached to her hand, and it's floating. And I've had one where she picks up the melee weapon for the first time, and it's sliding up and down around, following her hand, and it's just like it's like a second behind the animation, And then
one where the grappling hook was double
duplicated. Yes,
it was like a couple inches off.
Exactly, same thing, right? So that's like just a fucking C-class nonsense bug, but when I see that, I'm like, but you're gonna see it every time. That's a C-class, but it's like guaranteed user path. Like, you're going to run into that. Like, that strikes me as a bug that they're like, we'll get around to. Like, the game ain't done. It ain't done. The fact that there's no saves and they shipped it.
Oh, what was I about to say? I was about to say
something. And I'm like, man, like,
so,
I might just want to do these daily challenges.
Sure Art made another video about something else that happened at this game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, start in the middle of a run, you can have some fun playing in whatever area, and like,
it's a bombing apparently.
But like, my shit just dies, and I don't know when it's gonna happen again. Like, that's.
Now she made a video about it, some Twitter killer or something like that.
It's wild.
Some shit. Apparently that shit happened in Japan too.
I'm sure most people would agree.
That don't make it any better.
No, I'm talking Twitter killer shit.
Zone 5. And you know those like on your minimap, they're like
I'm serious, but also like
where you have to shoot a monster on the board to get in for combat challenges. World 5 has one of those, and it is mandatory. Absolutely easy.
Disneyland Murder was enough for me.
And it is a full order of magnitude more difficult than everything else in the game. It is fucked how much harder it is than all the rooms around it. And
you know that dude's gonna regret that. Because I bet him and that girl ain't gonna get it anymore.
90 minutes long, only to walk into the room and die in sub 10 seconds.
The 2013 Disneyland bombing.
As a result, it's just like so frustrating. The run that I had lost to at least that second one that crashed on me was actually like the build I was trying to get from the jump was I want to see how melee focused can you go, and absolutely can make a melee specific character where I had extra damage on melee, a bolt of tracking electricity on every kill, heals on melee kills, right? Like, a bunch of really good stuff that was like, oh no, get in there with your fucking sword. And it was a ton of fun. You know, you sacrifice all healing items to just heal by killing. And it just, like, yeah, I feel like it's what I want to currently pop in and play and do a quick run of, but like, if it kind of makes it worth it. Yeah, but like, if I run into another severe, like, fucking crash or update killing my progress or whatever, because I can't, like, so far I'm like, look, I don't think I'm gonna get the 3 hour clear to do it in one sitting. Like, I'm just not gonna have that. You know, if I lose another thing, I'm just gonna have to fucking put this on the back burner and wait until it gets fixed. But right now, like, full warning to anybody that, like, is out there looking to get this game, it's fucking incredible, but it ain't done. You know, just real talk.
It's also kind of a different issue, and it's related to the price. I talked about it a little bit last week, but you have a lot more context for it now, which is like, so you do 1 to 3, and then you do 4 to 6, right? And then there's like a secret ending that it's go find items with levels to get a secret ending.
Sure. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, good.
Yeah. And then you're done. And then you get to pick whether or not you want to do 1 to 3 or 4 to 6. And that's it. And it's weird to me because, like, even the most basic of roguelikes, it's like, well, what about secret levels? The bosses are like a challenge. You know, and they have that challenge mode for high scores, but, like, that's it. And it's like usually what a game would do, like an Isaac or like a Dungeons, that would go, hey, we added an Explorer you can access through this, or whatever, and it's like, I don't want an Explorer, these runs are already way slow.
So we just beat It Takes Two, which is solid co-op, right? Again, probably about 12 hours, you know, and lots of hidden, and that was like, we did our run. Me? I'm good, thanks. Anyway, you get It Takes Two, where, like, it's not about the replay, because I mean, like, you know, Faris actually says, like, yeah, this, like, fuck, he's pretty much said, like, fuck replay or whatever it was in that quote. But you have hidden mini games, you have things to discover, and we beat it, and we realized we only found maybe like 60% of the little competitive games that you can have while you play it, and it was a full experience, and it was $55 Canadian, right? So it's like, I don't know what it is, but just there's full retail, and then there's other full retail that's not quite as full, because 55 is certainly not you know, full indie price. But it's certainly less than 8. And I got a real good expected experience out of that price for the game, and for the size of what Returnal is, or at least, you know, what I'm hearing about it and what I've seen of it, it's like that doesn't. I don't know. Like you're paying. It feels like 55 is a bit better there.
Paying for the DualSense, and paying for the first party. And I look at that and I go, like, I would legitimately rather play this $20 Flash game.
Yeah. Now, Hollow Knight is insanely undervalued, and that's not the type of thing.
I actually meant Isaac, but yeah, the Hollow Knight is not fair to anyone.
Yeah, that's a beyond, like, ridiculous amount of money they're asking for. They should get way more than that. But this is just this is an example of something that I'm gonna get what I feel would have been a $55 to $60 game out of it. You know, but that price tag, it sucks that I keep thinking about it, but it's definitely there, man. You feel it.
You're paying like $90 to $100 for a roguelike, and it crashes on you and blows your entire afternoon. Yeah. And you're like, wow. Not to mention the people, like, they put out a patch that destroyed your save file if you played it. I played it. Again, I luckily didn't.
Who trying to get a Shrek steal, bro?
But what was the other thing too? This game has a weird thing that I can't remember if I've ever experienced this before.
I might be trying to get this Godzilla vs. Kong Steelbook, though.
Because of how gorgeous it looks and how, like, proper AAA everything sounds and feels and everything. Triple I. You walk around in this jungle and you're looking at everything as if it's not a, like, roguelike that you're supposed to just ignore. You're spending so much time. It was a premier action game. Yeah. You know, and then, like, an hour and a half later, you're sprinting through every area, and then might as well just be cubes. Yeah, I'm like, green line over there, yellow line over there, purple. What does it say? Read it. Okay, good. Next. Like, I couldn't be less concerned about the environment because you're just icing through it. It gets real bad because one of the problems that I didn't have last week.
What's a Mulan still?
But I have it now.
Like a Mulan from the 90s.
So you notice that there's only a certain amount of rooms
in
the game cycle.
Best part.
Yep. That becomes a really big problem at some point.
Never mind.
Because there are really not enough cells. Because you enter into a room, I can enter into a room anywhere within, like, the fourth zone, and I've been there, and I know exactly where to go. And, like, the environment made not as well even that. For me, it's the first zone. There's 3 aspects? Yeah, first zone, I know every room type. And I know exactly where the secrets are, and where to look, and what corner to drop down to see the little extra. There really aren't enough. It feels like there are 30 per zone, and it's not enough. So have you done area 2 multiple times? Okay, I've only seen the one version of that initial area, and then second time going through I was skipping, you know? So I assume it's just kind of like the walls are up. It's the open desert and then the interior. Do with the wall, yeah, okay. Yeah, alright. Yeah, it's weird, man. It's a weird feeling of just like I was paying attention to every little fucking fauna and flora detail. And like now I'm just like, yeah, Isaac Bloom 2, Isaac Bloom 3, what's that? It's, you know, it's a thing where, like, I love big fancy graphics. I love them. I like to see the graphic go up. But, like, there are very real diminishing returns. And, like, I'll take Monster Hunter as an example. Am I happy that Monster Hunter World looks way better than, Monster Hunter Generations? Absolutely. Right? I'm much happier that Monster Hunter World and Rise use a regular controller instead of 3DS analog mode. Rise looks terrible compared to World on the PC. But it's fine. After a certain amount of time, it just looks like Monster Hunter. Returnal looks gorgeous, and I'm glad it does, but I would gladly have made that game look twice as shitty to get twice as more levels. In a second. Not even a second thought. Yeah. I look at Returnal as the best example of saying, like, I want shorter, uglier games made by people who are paid better. Yeah, playing enough Hades and playing enough, a couple of them. Like, I feel as if, yeah, Hades has the issue of, you see the room types, you know what it is, you've done it before. I feel as if,
God, I always fucking slag on its name because it's not a great one. Whatever Souls,
Dead Cells?
Dead Cells. I don't like the name Dead Cells at all. I hate it. Yeah, Dead Cells. Run into the same issue with like some of those towers and some of those, you know. And I did so in the first roguelike game I played was Rogue Legacy. That's the first one I've ever played, and I didn't feel too much repetition there too. And maybe it's the perspective change being side-scrolling, but no, because Dead Cells. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel the repetition as hard in that game. You know, but I also didn't play it as much.
It looks really good, but man, they're taking forever.
Yeah, so anyway, the Returnal is, you know, fantastic, but goddamn, these are some glaring flaws that we're gonna have to fucking...
Yeah, you see what I meant? Like,
yeah.
Oh man, so fancy, feels so good to play. Like, oh man, it feels good playing it. But the structure around it is like fighting itself constantly. It's so frustrating.
Now, they could update the game to feature a save and quick and add more seats to you know,
it's possible.
Yeah, they could add more variations to those route types as a big update at some point.
I want a mode that cuts the zones in half but plays all of them.
Interesting.
I would prefer that those zones are a third as long, but you go through all 6 levels in a row.
Sometimes I get lucky and I have like a straight shot with a couple of side paths, and sometimes you get a funneling nightmare of circles that require you to just Y branch on top of Y branch on top of Y branch.
The cheats.
Like literally the first side path is and the teleportation points are not too far apart. You know, where there's a whole chunk in the middle of the you're just gonna have to backtrack here. Yeah. Anyway, it's good, but for sure. And then yeah, just lastly, quick word on we played some barrel ass fighting games today. Cage was brought out of the barrel and fucking put on the table. Games fighting games. This is a Thomas Wayne fighter. It is very reminiscent of the cel-shading style of Project Justice. Character designs.
Oh shit.
Not bad. I'm looking at a guy who's definitely not Terry Bogard. Not Terry Bogard and fighting not Matsu. For sure. And the weirdest thing is just that this game is basically complete. Like, it's a full-ass fighting game that was made by Dream Factory, Total Mobile 1 fame. And yeah, it just never came out. But not only that, it's also of Urgai's fame, because there's a level in there that is the train level that is 100% just an asset drop from Urgai's God Bless the Ring. Oh wow, so like a lot of these characters are like legally distinct. Like there's a guy that looks just like Freeman, there's a guy that looks just like Whole Horse. There's a couple of character designs in there that are reminiscent of both things, for sure. That's Kyosuke, but he's got black hair. He does a backflip with the same leg! Get the fuck out of here! Come on, Kenju. Game's fun though. And you know, again, I don't know why it never came out. You know, they put the work in, it's all there. Full stages, full characters, 2 outfits on each one. When you do second player, when you do a mirror match, they have different outfits. Like, the system is, know, it's got a Gatling combo system where you can chain your buttons together to like a launcher. And there's a whole thing going on, you know. So it's, yeah, I don't know. It just something about it. Where is this? Thomas Wayne. That ran for like 10 years. Thomas Wayne died. Taito Type X2 came in and took over. Thomas Wayne was post Naomi, pre-Taito Type X2. So you're talking early aughts, no later than probably 2005, 2006. Somewhere between 2003 and 2006, I would say. This game, God, I have something really specific that I want to say, but I don't know if I have the words that you can say. This game, Kenju, the fighting game, looks like what
My name is Tanjiro Kamado Inosuke.
would draw as a fantasy of old-style, PS1 style Mega Man Legends looking fighting games that never came out for their portfolio. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Like, it's a specific cell shading that is. It's not cell shaded. It's textures drawn to look like cell shading, and you know, it's because it's on a Thomas Wave. They're actually like rendered.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it has baked on lighting.
Let me get that. Let me get that double seaweed deluxe.
Shush.
I love that style. Like that.
Deluxe.
It's a very cool style, yeah. With the baked on like textures that are just like really
Deluxe.
Can't do it.
Double seaweed deluxe. Hey, it's gonna cost a lot of bucks. Hey.
reminiscent of Jet Set Radio.
Why do you hate?
With some of the designs as well.
What is that? What?
It's pretty alright, not too bad. And then I introduced Reggie to the legacy of Weapon Lord and everything that game represents, which is just the impenetrable, unbelievably ahead of its time. So ahead of its time that it's basically impossible to by DJs. DJ in Pursuit in Street Fighter. You know, it's just as hard to get into now as it was when we first talked about it. But, like, it is still a marvel. It featured fucking parries and
That's what I was saying. It make no sense. There's so many water breathers in this game. Almost all I had to do was leave him alone. Leave the whole family alone. And this would he wouldn't be in this.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh yeah, if it was just like, you know what? They chilling.
Let's say heavy punch, and then do your stick input, your stick directions, and then release the button for your to I don't like the way it feels, man. There are times when that works well, and there are times when it doesn't. The times it works well is for the thrust block system, which is effectively a soul caliber parry, high, mid, or low. You hold your jab button down, you press up, forward, and down, and then it'll be like, ha, opposed to, you know, I'm gonna, whatever, deflect your shape. And then for every other move, it's terrible. Yeah. Like, your main character has like a main, like, their signature move is like holding down medium or heavy kick, and then doing forward, up, forward, and then releasing heavy kick. You know? It's like, you're supposed to do that completely casually and constantly. It's so weird. But yeah, it's a still a much better like Max. Exactly for what it was, because that's what happened to both
That's why Ethan's face is shadow. Cause the nigga got a molded face.
You know he do.
Just like up. In reality, there's no conditions for starting an adventure. We've lost heroes, saints, nightcaps.
But the fact that Mia knew this
And still proceeded to have a child. And let this nigga be. There you have it. Your girl got a tattoo. Me, I know, but I still beat.
What? For one, their cassette tapes. And two, Black Sabbath, Motorhead, Metallica. It's the greatest hits of all rock.
like, I will never not get over that now that I know that.
I swear, man, you gotta update your cassette tape collection. What? Well, for one, their cassette tapes. And two, Black Sabbath, Motorhead, Metallica. It's the greatest hits of all rock. House rule, Sammy. Driver picks the music. Shotgun shuts the cable. I swear, man.
God bless it.
Everyone is hating
You need the extremes to look to. Right? In history, the extremes to say, okay, that is too far on that side. Went too far in that direction, and now we can say you need clear guides to show people how to do a good main menu noise. There you go. Outliers in history point you to learn from. This is how I feel. Yeah, that's it. The fighting games, and
Now I feel old.
Why?
Not much to say, but Disco Elysium continues, and I saw a recent video that you put up where you failed a
Because Jubilee's a home mom.
Sure did.
And I didn't even know that was a thing.
That I did not fail myself, so it was content for me.
She adopted the kid apparently.
Calculated the gardener's book and left with one option. This is correct.
I'm pretty sure you told me this.
That option was.
Did you see the mod they did for Rose that put Chris's head on her body?
Yes, unfortunately, yes.
That shit funny as fuck.
I was somewhat disturbed by it.
That is not even the extremities of the reloading and discovery.
Look, I'm gonna need Terry to relax.
What now?
Every time I turn around, this man posted a link to a video under something.
I know what it was. Set her free.
But man, relax. I'm gonna watch this Resident Evil Village jump from y'all. Your wife will actually scary anyway.
Off the path, it lets you go. This whole issue is like, it's insane. The fact that they lets you go towards dead end. That's what I'm saying. Like, they let you choose what is obviously a completely nonsense, insane bullshit way to go. And instead of just
You definitely will be once you see that baby then.
That girl's scary.
Dobby said she just want to know who hurt the person that created that thing.
Why did you say that?
Because of how horrible that thing is. We were talking. She's like, are you not concerned that you created this thing? That's what I say. I'd be concerned.
Man, look. Some nigga probably just saw that shit in PT, and they're like, okay, what if it was giant?
Oh god. That makes it worse though.
Because remember, it was just a baby in the sink.
Mm-hmm.
So, you weren't bad.
No, but what trips me out is the thing that you're following. Notice when you see it in the game is umbilical cord.
Oh god!
And
oh goodness!
And I didn't. And the thing is, I didn't even notice that until somebody said that.
Oh no!
And then, and then I looked at it, and I was like, "Yep, that's exactly what that is."
Oh no! Oh no! Oh goodness gracious!
Like that just makes it worse.
Oh, I'm always happy to help with trash pickup. No problem. Still does he know what we're really doing tonight?
What do you think you're doing? Get out of here! I didn't sign off on this. You're trespassing!
Anything wrong? That's the whole story. Wow. Okay.
Legend says whoever wields it shall rule the world. Personally, I don't mind if all shenanigans on that wall still listen to me. He thinks the mayor just likes subsidizing his treasure troves of short money.
No! Not just... There goes the only sword background. The museum! The only sword for stopping ignorant oil! You think people flocking this down for taking dark water for the Rhodians?
Well, I'm satisfied. We can go now.
What do you think we should do about the soul channel? I hope everyone enjoys.
Probably get the word out before Mr. Chamber of Commerce over there makes a cheap knockoff.